All right, so I'm scrolling through my comments, and this guy, bro, Wansel, day 8 of asking you to make a tutorial on strings. You know what? Here you go, bro. Here you go. Now, to be completely honest, listen, bro. The reason I've been letting you down for these eight past days, okay, and I'm very sorry. I love you very much. Here, I'll like your, I'll heart your comment. The reason why I held it off is because, to be honest, I don't know much about strings. So I just opened up a new base plate. I made a script, right? And I just decided, yeah, let's type in string, right? So we have a string, which is a type, right? And in case you don't know, string is like text, right? So it's like a string is effectively just this stuff. It's just whatever goes. It's like quotation text with quotation marks. That's a string, right? So when I type in string, as you can see, we have the type of string. And then we have two functions. We have a function called toString, which I assume lets us convert something to a string. So if I put something like 123 here, then what this does is it converts this 123, which is a number, into 123, which is a string, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And then you have load string, which I believe, yeah, so you give it a string and then it runs it like as an actual function, as a piece of code, right? So that's actually another tutorial. But for string, let's see what we can actually do, right? So we can do, let's see. So it has function. Yeah, okay. So string dot, and then as you can see, it gives us all of these different like functions or events. I'm not functions, I think, right? It gives us all of these things that we can actually play around with. So what I'll do is I'll actually print. I'll make a string. Okay, so I'll make a local. I'll just call it text. Local text is equal to hello world. There we go. So this is going to be our text, which we're going to be using throughout the tutorial, right? And then I'm going to print out. So let's do string dot, and let's see, what do we have? So the first one we're getting is dot car, which receives 0 or more integers and returns a string with length equal to the number of arguments that each character has, the internal numerical code equal to its corresponding argument. Okay, let's do that. So it wants a number. So I'll do this. So if I play the game, see, like, what is this? You know what I mean? What does this mean? What if I do 33? Let me just run actually to be it's faster. That is wait. What if I do something like this? 33 comma 123. Oh, okay. You know what? I think okay. I think I figured it out. So string dot character. This number is probably. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure every string is ordered, right? So if I do one, let's see. What is the very first string? Actually, bro, I don't know. I'll be honest. Okay, so string.car, what I'm learning is that you give it a number, and then like it using that number, it gives you, yeah, so D is 100, apparently. Okay. So that's what string.character is, all right? So I hope you've learned that, okay? But then we have string.lower, where it just changes all the uppercase letters down to lowercase. So if I string.lower our text, it's probably going to print out hello world, but with a lowercase h. Yep, there we go. Okay, wonderful. Let's see what else we got. And then I think string.upper is a thing. Yeah, so all lowercase letters change to uppercase. So you probably I probably don't have to run this for you. You probably understand what this does. Then we have length, which returns the length of the string. This actually is pretty helpful at times. Yeah, so there's 12 characters in our string. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, as the space counts as well. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, there we go. 12. So the space does count, okay? So be wary. Returns a string that is a concatenation of n copies of the. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So I think what this does is it copies the string. So if I give it the string and then I tell it the number, I think what this will do is it's gonna print out this text twice. So let me show you what I mean, right? Yeah, like this. There we go. So it prints out hello world twice as one string. That's pretty cool. Okay. And then if I do 3, it's gonna print out hello world, hello world, hello world. Okay, as one. That actually is very cool. I did not know that. Let's see what else do we got, right? Sub. So this I believe substring of s that starts. at I and continues until J. I believe what this does. I'm not sure. So okay, first it's asking for a string, right? We'll give it that. Then it needs one number and another number, and I believe this number is where the string is gonna start, and this number is when the string is gonna end. So let's say I want to only print out LLO, okay? Then what I'll do is H is 1, E is 2, L is 3. And so we want to start at L, so I'll say 3. Then we want to end at the O. So it's 3, 4, 5. So then I'll say 5. So I believe what this does is it only prints out this text from the letter 3 to the letter 5. I think. Yep, there we go. Okay. Yeah, basically. That is actually that is pretty cool. So that is the power of strings. Byte, yo Roblox shout out. Returns the internal numerical codes of the you know what this is? Numerical code. This is probably what we just dealt with this. So this character thing. I think byte just gives us the numerical code of the character. I'm not dealing with this, bro. I'm not dealing with this. Find. Ooh, okay. Looks for the first match of the string S and returns the indices where the occurrence starts and ends. That is interesting. Okay. So if I do string.find, and then yeah, I give it the text, and then I want it to look for world, okay? Like so. So I'm asking it to find world inside of this text, which it exists, right? Because it's over here. It's world. So if I run, okay, that's pretty cool. So it prints out 7 and 11 because so like it basically gave me the location of world inside of this text. So the W is 7, then it's 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, it's from 7 to 11. Okay, that's great. Okay, we're getting through them. Don't worry, boys. Don't worry. Wasn't byte higher than 5? Okay, whatever. G sub returns a copy of S in which all of the first n occurrences of the pattern are replaced with the given replacement. The second value return boring. Not doing that. We gotta speed run this, bro. Returns a binary string. You know what? Fine, sure, why not? Give me my binary string. It wants a number. Sure. Here you go, bro. Here's your number. 1, 2, 3. Invalid format option 1. Okay, here. Oh, it wants binary. Nah, you're right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. This is probably for binary. Like there's yeah, no, this is for binary. I don't know, bro. I don't do binary. I'm sorry. I know, it's terrible. Um let's see, what else do we have? Looks for a match pattern in the string S. Okay, so I think this is similar to find, but except it just returns true or false, I think. So let's do text and let's do world again. And so let's see what does this do. Okay, I see, there we go. That makes sense. Okay. But then if it doesn't find world, then it's nil. Pretty sure. Okay, yeah. Maybe, who knows, right? Did we miss any? No, seems to be fine. Okay, G sub. Ooh, split. Okay, this is cool. Splits a string into parts based on the defined separator characters. I remember, and it returns the tables. I think I remember this. So the defined separator is basically, you can think of it as like the border between words. So if I do split, right, and I say that the separator is a space, right, then it's gonna think of this space as the separator. So it's gonna return a table with a string of hello and another string with world. I think. I'm not too sure. Let's see. No. Okay. Give me a second. Oh no, it needs the text first. It needs the text, right? So text, and then we separate it. Okay, so it needs the actual text. There we go. Yep, there we go. Okay, yeah. So it treats, so what it does is it basically removes the space and then it splits whatever's on this side and then whatever's on this side. And it doesn't have to be space. I can do like like O probably. And so then this O is going to be deleted and replaced as the separator. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So it's not just the first O, it's all of the O's. So this O and this O are all both separators. That actually is very, very interesting. Okay, let's see. We got split. By G sub upper, we did that. Format returns our formatted version. Whatever, sure. Gmatch returns a iterator function that returns the next capture from okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. But listen, I don't know much of this, okay? Extracts the values packed in the provided binary string. Okay, so this is something to do with binary. Again, not doing that. Returns a string, which is the string S, but reversed. Okay. So this, I assume, will just reverse the string. Yep, this reverses the string. Who would have guessed? Okay, who would have guessed? And let's see, is there anything else? Returns the size in bytes of any string packed. Okay, let's actually try this. So let's see, pack size. Invalid format option E. What does this mean? Who knows? Honestly. And I think those were it. Let me see. Char, lower, rep, find, match, reverse, pack, split, unpack. Yeah, okay, yeah. So we basically went through all of the, well, not all of them, but the ones we ignored were either boring or useless. Okay, trust me on this. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah, we have string, which I covered. I guess the last thing is there's a thing called type of string, which type of string. And this basically returns like hold on. So this will return true if the type of like this is how you can check what type of variable is. So if I say if text actually wait, no, type, hold on. If type of text is like this, if text, how do I use this? Wait, I remember using it. I'm stupid, bro. I'm sorry. Hold on. Type. How do I what? It returns the basic type of the provided. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. If type of text is equal to string, then prints string. Like so. Or maybe not. You know what? Maybe not. If type string, if type text equals string. Okay, you know what? Let's print out the type of text. Well, what will this give us? Wow! For real? Damn, okay. What about type of? Damn, for real? Wow, okay. Alright, so Roblox doesn't like me, I guess. Because at first it didn't work, now it's working for some reason. Yeah, there we go. There's your string tutorial, Wansel. I hope you're happy, bro. You made me suffer with strings. I'm taking back my heart. I'm removing the heart. And we're back to basics. Thank you for watching.